Yo, 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 we're back to the football den with another new video from our restructuring. This time we're going to talk about our team selection, where the three of us discuss each of our teams, how they performed last game week, and what changes we're going to make in the following game week to see a greater point return. And we're joined with the guest, Kesar, who you see very often on this channel. So let's just get into it. The first team is Karan's. Why don't you take over?
Yep, so before I talk about my team, guys, we actually did record this video right in time, but YouTube glitched. So sorry about that. We're gonna do the video again, and here we go. Either way. So this game week was a pretty average game week for me. Got 41 points. Dallas clearly saved my ass. If it wasn't for Dallas, I would have ended up getting, I don't know, about 27 odd points, which is really bad. But there's nothing much to talk about here except the fact that I shouldn't have gone for Phillips considering Liverpool aren't a great defensive side. If I had to go for someone from Liverpool's defense, it had to be TAA. And this game week, I've made that change actually. I am bringing in Trent in place of Diaz. The only reason I'm shipping Diaz out is because he is a City asset and Pep Rule is, back on. So I'm not going to trust City assets anymore. It's Gundogan and Trent making way this game week for Gerrard Bowen and TAA. Bowen, I know a lot of you might be thinking why Bowen instead of Lingard. The reason is because a lot of people will get Lingard in, so Bowen is kind of a differential. He will also be playing as a striker considering Antonio is injured, so I'm counting on him to give me some points. What do you think about this team, Kesar?
Pretty good choices. I mean, obviously, first of all, you didn't deserve the points by Dallas, so absolutely hate you for that. He was on my bench, didn't come on because of Gundogan coming on. So, but good choice. Pep is I don't know if I can abuse, but I would like to abuse him on the channel. I swear, it's high time we get rid of all of the City assets. Bowen, you're getting in as a good call, good differential. It depends where you are in the league. If you want to protect your league, get lead in the leagues that you all have. Obviously, get Lingard, but if you're going for a differential, then yeah, Bowen is extremely, extremely good. He's involved in almost every goal. Sam is scoring. I'm not entirely sure who's going to take the penalties at this point for them because Declan Rice is injured as well. But I guess, only time will tell. And I'm hoping for your sake it is Bowen. And won't that be amazing? 5.9 person who takes penalties and plays as a striker. Pretty good.
Man. Yeah, man.
I've already got Trent. I've already got Trent in my team. He's done wonderfully this week. So good time to invest in Liverpool assets with all the games that they have coming forward.
Uh-huh. And is there anything else that you'd be looking at in this team to change?
I can see Antonio. Obviously, you're removing Antonio, Amazi.
Yeah, but not this game week. He's on my bench. He really doesn't matter to me right now. So I'm gonna leave him be right now. Any thoughts, Rohit?
So this game week, are you going to by any chance play a double Liverpool defense?
It's crossed my mind, I'll say that, but highly unlikely, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I agree because even though Liverpool has some decent fixtures, every Leeds player is a punt and you don't know which one you're going to get. So if you get the one that's on a high scoring mode, then Liverpool have a good time for them.
Yep.
I mean, it is important to viewers here that Bamford might be injured and Rafinha might be injured. So where's the attacking threat coming from? It substantially reduces. So maybe you can play to Liverpool. And don't think of Trent as a defender anyway. Think of him as a fielder. If he gives you a clean sheet,
just think of him as a crossing merchant because that's what he is. Moving on.
Exactly.
That's Rohit's team right there. Rohit, why don't you dig in?
Yeah, so this week, I think out of the three of us, I've fared the worst. It's been terrible, and especially I was infuriated on that second sub. I had thought of keeping him as my first sub so that he came on because but so yeah, I'm really I was really sad and angry with that. So it's fine. Moving on, I've decided to make some relatively smarter choices to my team, and I've shipped out DCL already for Ian Nacho, and I've shipped out El Ghazi, who's been deadwood in my team, getting in Son, especially because he has a double game week and he's very good at falling, so I'm gonna expect him to give some returns from there as well. And I would like to know your opinions on this team.
Kesar, why don't you go first?
Well, absolutely. The first thing that strikes out to me is that you've got two United defenders. I mean, but wow, that's incredible. Of all the players that you could get with the swing in the fixtures, you've decided to still keep two United defenders. So I'm assuming you have a lot of faith in them. I don't recommend to others, but if it works for you, then for you.
So, I just like to justify that to our viewers. I have this faith because Dean Henderson has been starting the PL games for United, and I think because he's very likely to walk away from United if he doesn't continue to play the PL games. I feel he's going to start, and he has really solidified our defense. We saw the crazy Edison moves he did in the other game, and in fact he got 3 in one game, which is the highest this season. So definitely that has strengthened our defense, and United have pretty much easy fixtures, except I think they're playing Liverpool. So
It's also easy at this point.
Yep. I don't understand these deluded United fans who think the keeper was the problem. The problem is the centre-back pairing, and as long as that's not fixed, they will always concede goals. At least there's a chance of them conceding goals. The goalkeeping department was never a problem for United, except for...
The problem there in the goalkeeping department is De Gea's not as vocal, he's not as forward. You saw Dean Henderson come forward so many times, De Gea wouldn't have done that. He would have waited back. You wouldn't have seen De Gea give those calls as well. So maybe the defense is lacking, but Dean's called his basically he's making himself known in that area. He's commanding that area, and which is helping the defenders as well.
Well, yeah, I can agree to it, to some extent, considering he is a sweeper keeper, so he may make up for the lack of pace in the central defense area. But other than that, are there any other thoughts that you'd like to give, Kesar, before we move on to your team?
I mean, it's the time you got rid of Bruno. I've been on this channel before and I've told people to get rid of Salah, and it was the right call, and now I'm telling you, get him back. That is the right call. See, the thing is, to all the viewers out there, 10 players who are captain material. Because in that sense, if you don't captain him, still others captain him, you at least get half the points of what others are getting. You look at the fixtures coming up now. Next game week, you're probably going to choose someone from Son or Kane. In the future, you'll be choosing Liverpool attackers, maybe some other teams. So when are you ideally going to be looking at captaining Bruno? If you're not going to be looking at captaining him for 4-5 game weeks or whatever, time to get rid of him, get in Salah. He's going to be highly owned for the coming fixtures.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. If you had a choice of getting Salah or Son for, say, maybe a De Bruyne, who would you pick and why?
Get Son next week, ship him out the week after, and get Salah. And captain, but that's for the future. But that's probably what I would have done.
Okay, so short-term solution is Son and long-term is Salah for sure.
100%.
Okay, let's move on to your team then. Walk us through.
I don't know where to begin. I mean, obviously, let's begin with my bench, where all the points are sitting. Only if Gundogan didn't come on. I'm so upset. Let's move away from that because I'll start crying otherwise very soon. Live on the channel. So I got Trent in this week, and he's done well for me. He's not going anywhere. Like I've said, attacking points, there's a lot of scope, a lot of potential. I need to obviously start shipping out my City assets. That is what I'm going to be looking to do. Gundogan is out for me this week, and I'm looking to get in Lingard, even though he's not on the list that have of potentials that are included at the moment. So the thing is, it all depends on the position where you are in your league. Mini leagues, I should say. If you're in the lead and you're trying to protect yourself, then obviously get a player like Lingard because everyone more or less owns him now.
Yeah.
So that's I am a bit concerned about my Chelsea assets as well because obviously them being involved with Porto, there's always this chance: will they play? Will they not play? But long term, I think I'll probably keep them for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mount is playing really well. Chelsea look quite wonderful. Long may that continue. So the two players I've recommended. Let me talk a little bit about them. There's sort of a differential at this point. Look at the fixtures and what a turn of fixtures they are for these two players. So for Wolves, they don't score a lot of goals, but then the thing is, they don't really have to. All we care about is FPL points. Get someone from defense and get someone with a higher ceiling of giving you points. That's why I've gone for a Semedo or someone else. A little bit expensive as I can see Karan not, but I think they'll keep clean sheets. The thing is, for me, it's I generally have a look at the fixtures and the form. Form is so and so, but the fixtures are too good to pass on.
The last game I watched, Semedo play was Barcelona versus Liverpool, and after that game, I'm never getting Semedo in my team ever.
See, even if he gives you one clean sheet and one assist in like 3-4 games, I think it's good enough because you don't really have a lot of options. You're looking to get rid of your United City assets. If you have to get in someone, right? I mean, Arsenal defender also, like someone like Holding, maybe you could get. Karan, he's been on Holding's been on your mind. Should you get him? Should you not get him? He's pretty cheap, so you can take a punt on him. And in attack, obviously, I've gone for Lacazette. Really, really good differential. He's been in the form of his life. I'll wait to see if he's playing Europa midweek because obviously he's played continuously 5-6 games now. So there's always that risk. But long term, I think he's a very good. I would probably get him in my team very soon.
What are your thoughts on this, Rohit?
Okay, so first of all, I have a question because you're a Liverpool fan. One of my hesitations to get in TA was so now he's giving some attacking returns, but previously in the season we saw he was taking a kind of a receding role where Robertson was playing a more forward position. And if we see that in the season, then I don't think TA might give as many returns as he's been giving right now.
Well, the thing is, if you remember, Fabinho at that point was playing as centre back, so which is why you saw that Trent was staying back and Robbo was going ahead with the midfield back to what it generally is. Has started to go ahead and play his usual game. Plus, he's got a point to prove after what Gareth Southgate has done to him, omitted him from the for Euros.
Rightly so.
So that's been. See, the thing is, you don't get Trent for clean sheets. You don't get him in for clean sheets. That's a bonus. You get him in for the attacking, potential that he has. I would, if you have to go for anyone in defense, obviously he's the one.
Yeah, for sure. Like, he's a cross merchant. We all know that at this point, like so far, no one was getting at the end of those crosses. But with Jota back in the mix, I think Trent is a good shout. What do you think, Rohit?
Yeah, I think Trent has been performing really well in these past couple of game weeks, and with finishers back, like you said, Jota's back. Even Salah has been getting the goals. I mean, it was a weird one, but he got it nevertheless. And so definitely we should see Trent getting in more assists that are converted. He's been providing good balls. So yeah, definitely a good shout.
Okay, so before we wrap this video up, let's just get in your early captaincy picks. Kesar, would you like to go first?
So I've got a bit of a confusion at this point. There's still a few days to go. At the moment, I'm thinking of Kane, and I'm thinking going with triple captain. I have triple captain and bench boost still available to me, so I'm hoping to use that to the best. But I'm not fully convinced because I know there's another double game week on the horizon. Don't know exactly what it's going to be, which is the scary part. maybe I'll settle for Kane, but I am not going to omit Son. So it's between Son and Kane for me at the moment.
Well, yeah,
You
that's
guys?
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Farhan?
I think I'm gonna go for Kane. That's a no-brainer. He has a double game week, not so difficult fixtures, and at this point, I would just like to go with the crowd for this one because if I miss out on Kane and he scores in both games,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be lagging.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be lagging again. So I'm gonna go for Kane. But that's just early thoughts. It might change. You never know.
So I definitely agree. I think the main reason people are going for Kane this game week is because of FOMO. And me too. So one of the very maniacal decisions that I might take this game week is captaining Lingard instead of Kane, because both he's playing Newcastle, and it's a differential, it's a punt, and that's why I said it's a maniacal. But so it's either Kane or Lingard. Kane is slightly edging because he has 2 game weeks, but otherwise the numbers are pretty close. Kane got like 6 goals and 2 assists in the past 6 game weeks. Lingard in the same time got 5 goals and 3 assists. So it's really what I'm feeling at the last moment.
Yeah, but I also have to say that there's a lot of, if Spurs didn't have a double, there are so many good captain picks, for this game week.
Yeah.
You could have gone for a Liverpool player. They're playing Leeds, if I'm not,
Yeah.
if I'm
You're right.
correct. You could have gone for Iheanacho, who I'm planning to take a -4 and get him as well. I'm going to get rid of Antonio because he's injured. And I want to just tell the viewers, don't be scared to take a -4, -8. I always tell this. If your team looks like it can benefit in the long term from a -8 now, just take it. It's okay. Like, don't worry. It's better to take that hit now and then build again than to take it at some point later and miss out of all the 10, 15, 20 points that particular player might give you in the next couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But if you want a little more clarity on captaincy picks, we will be making a video on captaincy. And tune in for that for more information. And we'll see you on the next one.